Hi, my name is Caleb, and this is the daily devotion for the BSU. I'm going to be reading from Jeremiah 29, verses 11 through 13, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." And we spend a lot of time thinking about God's plans for us, and I think it's a good thing that we do, but if we're not careful, we get this attitude of it being all about me. And it's true, God cares about every detail in our lives, but is it God's biggest concern or biggest purpose that we're happy right here, right now? And Jeremiah here, his message is radically different from that. He wrote to a group of people who were held captive. They were stripped from their homes, living in exile. And he's reminding them that although they're not where they expected, they're not in a good situation, he's reminding them that God hasn't forgotten about them. And we're kind of in a similar situation here where we can look around us even today and see death and sickness and hurting and natural disasters and all these bad things. And then we look at this verse and say, how can the two coexist? How can God say that he has plans to prosper us and not to harm us, and then we look around and see death? And I think what Jeremiah is saying is that God's plan isn't just to benefit us personally, and he's not even promising that he's not going to remove us from the situation immediately. What he promises is to restore us. God's letting them know and letting us know that we can move forward because in the eternal picture, God's justice prevails, and everything will be made right. So today, in the midst of difficult situation, God wants us to know that His plan and His purpose, and that it's good. So He wants us to know that as we submit to His plan, He will use us to bless the world around us. The key still remains during good and bad situations, is that you seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. That was verse 13. And so just a couple questions to leave off is how does God want you to trust His plan in the midst of life's daily difficulties? And how does God want to use you to be a blessing to others?